Gdansk was glowing, and not just from the golden lights of the Amber capital. After a massive European doubleheader, the Pokémon TCG players came ready to strike gold in Poland. New decks, new evolutions, and one unbelievable finish. This is the Pokémon TCG Gdansk regional recap. Let's dive right into how the European meta evolved just 1 week after Lille. In Lille, players proved just how quickly the meta can shift. Using information from Milwaukee and Belo Horizonte, many had come ready to counter those early favourites. And it was Gardevoir EX that led the charge, topping representation across the weekend. Surprisingly though, the new hit deck, Mega Absol Mega Kangaskhan EX, didn't quite dominate the way many had predicted after its strong showings in North America and LATAM. Instead, we got an all-dragon showdown in the finals. Alberto Conti and Alexander Rudovic have been putting on a clinic on stream with Dragapult EX Dustoir, pulling off multiple comebacks after comebacks with clever uses of all the pieces in the deck, the Curse Blast, Ionos, and many Phantom Dies. In the end though, it was one step too far for Alberto as Alexander was able to claim his first Masters title. Fast forward 1 week and Europe wasn't slowing down. 1,675 Masters, 220 Seniors, and 121 Juniors descended upon Gdansk, Poland, all competing for championship points, prizes, and a golden ticket to the 2026 World Championships in San Francisco. Many familiar faces from Lille were back for another shot, joined by even more international stars. Your casting team for the weekend: Amy Wosley, Shea Burton, Emily Foreman, and yours truly, Alex Dow. After a few events in this new Mega Evolution format, the meta was starting to stabilize, but it was Gdansk where things were still kept a little bit spicy. Dragapult EX led the way following its great showing in Lille, with 12% of the field, just ahead of Gholdengo EX. Gardevoir did slip to third after dominating the representation in Lille, whilst Grimmsnarl, Ceruledge EX, and Charizard Pidgeot rounded out the top 6. Looking beyond the main graphic, we saw some familiar decks. Gardevoir in a different build with Jellicent was in 7th spot, alongside Mega Absol Mega Kangaskhan EX, which was in 8th spot, both representing around 4 to 5% of the field. And from there, we very quickly kicked off Phase 1, which delivered an awesome mix of skill, surprises, and top-tier play. And it was this weekend's stream that did not disappoint. The stream kicked off in round 4 with none other than Henry Brand once again, continuing his European journey, showing exactly why Dragapult EX remained the deck to beat, taking a commanding victory over Ceruledge EX. Or how about in round 6 where we saw something truly unexpected? A Mega Kangaskhan Bouffalont deck toppling one of Lille's standout decks, Terrabox, which had pushed Marcel into his first ever Day 2. Plenty of other rounds featured some of the biggest names in the Pokémon TCG, including more former world champions, all putting on a show. Full links to the official stream are in the description. Trust me, it's worth catching up on some of these games. 8 intense rounds of battle later, 303 players advanced to Phase 2, and that's where things really started to heat up. From the meta, Gholdengo EX surged in representation, climbing to 17% of the field, showing its consistency and adaptability in a wide meta that we're currently seeing in the Pokémon trading card game. Terrabox was another standout, nearly doubling its share to 6%, boasting one of the highest conversion rates we've seen, over 30%. Dragapult, Gardevoir, and Grimmsnarl held steady and maintained a place on that first graphic, whilst decks like Ceruledge took a massive fall, proving just how punishing this format can be. But the bottom line, the Golden Ghosts are here to stay, and they were about to make Gdansk rain. Phase 2 kicks off straight away on day 1 with round 9, before play continued and resumed on day 2. One of the most exciting matches we did see of this Phase 2 stream saw Francesco Peronti return to the stream for a win and in, up against Mike Ellis's Grimmsnarl EX. Now, fresh off a top 16 in Frankfurt, Mike once again showed just how devastating Grimmsnarl can be once it gets rolling, controlling tempo and locking down the board. When the dust settled, the top cut was set. Well, almost. For the second week in a row, we had 17 players who met the required record, meaning once again, one unlucky player had missed out. Still, this was one of the most diverse cuts we've seen once again. 16 players, 9 different decks. All in all, 4 Gholdengo EX, 2 Flareon EX, 2 Grimmsnarls, 2 Charizard, 2 Zoroark, and singles of Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Absol, Gardevoir, Gardevoir Jellicent, and 1 singular Dragapult Dusknoir. Europe continues to deliver some of the most creative and competitive metas right now. The top 16 asymmetrical cut. It's all or nothing. Single elimination where every single play counts. Our top 16 streamed feature match featured Cal Connor's Zoroark EX, which made short work of Julius Craig's Dragapult EX with constant pressure and clean sequencing. The consistency of the deck truly was showcased here, and it was Cal that advanced in commanding fashion. In top 8, Emma Hagen, the Flareon EX main, took on Japan's Kato Arai, piloting that Mega Absol EX, Mega Kangaskhan EX deck in a truly wild best of 3. The utilization of both Pidgeot EX's Quick Search in combination with Noctowl's Jewel Seeker is a sight to behold, and especially in the hands of Emma, who has been piloting the deck for multiple tournaments now. It went all the way to Game 3, where a single die roll almost decided the match, and when it came up tails, Emma seized control, clearing her board of liabilities and effectively creating a checkmate board state where there was nowhere left to hide for her opponent. After that emphatic victory in top 8, Emma found herself in top 4 facing her friend Christian Fontenot. It was Flareon EX versus Gholdengo EX, a matchup which Emma was very familiar with, having faced multiple during her run in Gdańsk, and was grateful to see once again due to the type coverage she has. Not in the script, however, Christian took down Game 1, attempting to swing the whole match in his favour. But in Games 2 and 3, Emma adapted beautifully, demonstrating one-hit KO after one-hit KO thanks to Flareon's fire type. In the other side of the bracket and our other top 4 feature match, one of the stars of last season, Daniel Magda with his Gholdengo EX, went head-to-head with Arthur Trutzler's Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. A matchup that was actually played out before, where Arthur won in Swiss, but Daniel, learning from that series and understanding the tech cards that could be utilized, navigated through his game plan to perfection, targeting key Pokemon like Frostlass, keeping tempo, and answering anything Arthur threw at him in both games 1 and 2. With this 2-0 victory, Daniel also had punched his ticket to the championship match against Emma, and thus the grand final was set. Emma Hagen's Flareon EX deck versus Daniel Magda's Gholdengo EX. One last set to crown a champion. Type advantage versus sheer momentum. Confidence riding high for Emma with another favoured matchup and one already bested in top 4. And it showed in Game 1, where we had a back and forth trading of prizes, but eventually Emma's intricate combo play rebuilt her Flareon EX line at the end to take 3 prizes in her final turn with the help of Briar. Now Game 2 went a little bit differently. Daniel had struck back, sniping key basics early and creating early tempo by taking those prizes with his Solrock, before back-to-back massive knockouts on 2 prizes on Emma's side of the board meant he had brought the series level. But then came Game 3, and this is where it went all wrong. An unfortunate start for Emma, where no fan Rotom means no fan call, and typically means no backup attackers, and this is where Daniel capitalized perfectly. With Gholdengo truly making it rain in Gdańsk, this meant that Daniel Magda became your Pokémon TCG Gdańsk Masters Regional Champion. Alongside the Masters division, the next generation had also delivered this weekend. In the Seniors division, Achille from France piloted Charizard Pidgeot to victory over Mega Absol Kangaskhan. In the juniors division, Annabelle from the US, fresh off a second place finish in Lille, went one better, defeating Farigarath Crossell in the finals with Gardevoir to claim the title. Meanwhile, across the world, Brisbane was hosting its own regionals, where the competition was heating up with over 700 players across all divisions. In the top 9 asymmetrical top cut, 4 of them were Japanese players, and actually in the end it was an all-Japanese final. Once again it was Ryuki Okada, our Dortmund regional champion and EUYC champion from last season, who claimed another title, this time with his Mega Absol Mega Kangaskhan EX deck. Next up, we're heading to Las Vegas, the second North American regional of this format, coming back all the way round after initially debuting Mega Evolution in Milwaukee. Expect chaos, creativity, and a truly expressive meta after many weeks to watch, learn, and adapt to new developments. And that wraps up the Gdańsk Regional Championships recap. What a weekend! Incredible stories, powerful decks, and one golden champion. If you enjoyed the breakdown, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments who's taking Vegas next. More recaps, more tournaments, coming soon.